Hello students, in this video I will teach you chapter number 4 from Reader. The name of the chapter is Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. I will read the summary and then I will explain it. What you have to do is, after listening to the audio in the video, you are going to read the chapter line by line, and again if you have doubts you'll ask me. I'll start with reading the summary and explain. Bipin Chaudhary was a regular visitor at Kali Charan's bookshop in the New Market. That day, however, he had a strange feeling that someone was observing him closely. Now, a character has been introduced. The name of the character is Bipin Chaudhary. He had a habit. He used to visit a bookshop every day, which was in the New Market. The name of the bookshop was Kali Charan's bookshop. Now, that day, when he stopped by, he thought that somebody was following him and somebody was constantly looking at what he is doing, keeping an eye on him. He turned round only to see a meek-looking person break into a smile. The man seemed much surprised that Bipin Babu had not recognized him. So, Bipin Chaudhary had looked around to see who was following him, and there was a weird man who was looking at Bipin Chaudhary and smiling. Now, the man was surprised that Bipin Chaudhary did not recognize him. The man told Bipin that he had been with him for a week when he visited Ranchi in 1958. So the man who was following Bipin Chaudhary told him that when he had visited Ranchi, when Bipin had visited Ranchi, Bipin had stayed with this man for a week at his home. Obviously, Bipin thought that the man who called himself Parimal Ghosh was mistaken. So now, apart from Bipin, the man who was following Bipin, his name was Parimal Ghosh, and Bipin thought that it is a mistake. Parimal Ghosh is mistaken. He had never been to Ranchi. Bipin told him that he had never been to Ranchi, but Ghosh looked at him in disbelief. Parimal Ghosh, the man who was following him. He did not believe that Bipin is saying he did not go to Ranchi because Bipin himself stayed there for a week. Ghosh laughed aloud. He narrated the incidents of his Ranchi journey in detail. So Ghosh had started laughing and he thought that he will tell him about what all things had happened in Ranchi so that Bipin remembers everything that happened. He told Chaudhary is Bipin Chaudhary. He told Chaudhary how he had injured his knee in Hudru. It was Ghosh who had come to his help then. So there is a place named Hudru where Bipin Chaudhary had injured his knee. So it was Parimal Ghosh who had come to help him. Once Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee was also in Ranchi at that time. Now another character has been introduced and the name of the character is Dinesh Mukherjee. Ghosh was sure that Chaudhary knew him. Chaudhary had stayed in a hired bungalow while Mukherjee remained with his sister. So now Ghosh and Chaudhary knew Mukherjee, and Chaudhary had stayed in a bungalow while Mukherjee had stayed with his sister. He even reminded Chaudhary that he always carried a bag with his books on his sightseeing trips. So now Ghosh told Chaudhary that Chaudhary always used to carry the sightseeing books which tell about what places we can visit. He used to carry them in his bag while he was on trips. Now Bipin Babu asked Ghosh which month it was. So now Bipin Chaudhary is asking Parimal Ghosh which month was it. October, replied Ghosh. At this, Bipin Babu said that in October 1958 he was with his friend at Kanpur. So now Bipin says that time, as far as I remember, I was in Kanpur with a friend. Ghosh did not give up. He told Bipin how he had one day spoken about his lonely life. Bipin Babu had then spoken about his dead wife and the only brother who died insane. Bipin Babu felt that while he stepped out, Ghosh was still looking at him in disbelief. So Bipin basically did not remember that he was ever in Ranchi at that time, but Ghosh did not give up. He kept telling him about the incidents that happened so that Bipin could remember. So once they had a heart-to-heart conversation where Bipin told how his wife and brother had died and he was lonely in life. So after listening to this, Bipin had walked out of the bookstore and Ghosh was still looking at him in disbelief. He did not believe that Bipin did not remember that he had come to Ranchi. Bipin Babu asked his driver Sitaram to drive by the Ganga. He regretted having paid any heed to Ghosh. So after leaving the bookstore, he told his driver, Bipin Chaudhary, he told his driver to drive by the Ganga, and he was wondering why did he even waste so much time with Ghosh. Yet the incident haunted his mind, but this one Bipin Chaudhary could not even stop thinking about what all things Ghosh had told him. The man knew a great deal about him. For the first time, a slight doubt assailed his mind. Was he losing his mind? Now, Ghosh knew a lot about Bipin Chaudhary. So for the first time, Bipin Chaudhary thought, does he have some mental issue because he is forgetting now? But he remembered well that he was at Kanpur. But on the other hand, he remembered very well that he was in Kanpur and not in Ranchi. Suddenly he thought of writing to Haridas Bagchi, his host at Kanpur. Then he remembered that Haridas had left for Japan a few weeks before. So then Bipin Chaudhary thought that he might write to Haridas Bagchi. It's a new character. He was the host in Kanpur. Whatever work he had been doing in Kanpur at that time, even if it was traveling, Haridas Bagchi was there with him. So basically Bipin wanted to confirm that he was in Kanpur only. But then he remembered that Haridas had left for Japan a few weeks ago, so there was no point contacting him. Bipin Babu rolled up his trousers and took a look at his right knee. There was a cut mark. It was difficult to remember when he had got it. So Bipin had a cut on his right knee and he could not remember where did he get that cut from. Then he thought of Dinesh Mukherjee. Ghosh had said that Dinesh was in Ranchi at that time. He wanted to go to him at once. But what would Dinesh think of him? Then he was reminded that Dinesh Mukherjee was also there in Ranchi at that time. So Bipin had thought that he might visit Dinesh and confirm if he was there. But he also thought that what will Dinesh think of him? After all, Bipin Babu knew that he had never been to Ranchi. Dinesh would certainly consider him a little insane. He knew also that Dinesh was never his well-wisher. So now, Bipin thought that if he goes and visits Dinesh to confirm, Dinesh might think that this person is mad. Anyway, Dinesh never liked Bipin too much. Bipin Babu felt much better when he was home. After dinner, he lost himself in a new office. The incident came back to him. So Bipin had reached home. He felt better after reaching home, and when he was in his new office, he again thought about what Ghosh had told him. Just before lunch, Bipin Babu decided to ring up Dinesh. To his surprise, Dinesh confirmed what Ghosh had said. So before having lunch, Bipin had called Dinesh, and Bipin was surprised to know, he was shocked because Dinesh told that everything Ghosh told Bipin was correct. Bipin Babu slammed the receiver down, so he had put the phone down. He had lost his appetite. He did not take his lunch. Mr. Mukherjee had only added to his worries. So now he got so worried after the confirmation from Dinesh Mukherjee that he had lost his appetite. He did not feel hungry. He was starting to get worried because he could not remember anything. Bipin Babu had been in that firm for 25 years. For the first time he was feeling sick. He could not continue working. His head was in a whirl. He came home. So now, that time he was in the office when Dinesh had confirmed over the phone. So now, he was working there for 25 years in that office. It was the first time he felt sick and he did not feel like working. So he decided to go home because his mind was a mess. He was confused and he was worried about his health now. He thought something is wrong with him. It was only 2:30 in the afternoon. At 7:30 in the evening, there was a visitor named Chunni Babu. So now at 7:30 in the evening, Bipin was visited by a character named Chunni. Bipin already knew why Chunnilal had come to visit him. They were at school together. Chunnilal was having a rough time. He wanted Bipin Babu's help about a job. Bipin Babu knew he could do nothing about it and he told him that he cannot help. Yet Chunnilal kept pressing. So Chunnilal had some problem with his job. He wanted help, but Bipin Babu could not help him. Yet Chunnilal kept forcing him to help. So at first he sent word that he could not meet Chunnilal for a few weeks. Then remembering something, he hurried down to see him. So Chunnilal was downstairs At first, Bipin told him that he will not meet him for a few weeks, but then Bipin remembered something and he ran down to meet Chunnilal. He asked Chunnilal if he remembered his going to Ranchi in 1958. Of course, Chunnilal did. He looked at Bipin Babu's face with concern. So he went downstairs and he asked Chunnilal if he remembered that he had gone to Ranchi. Chunnilal said that yes, he remembered, and he was concerned because he did not think that Bipin would forget about it. Chunnilal had himself been at the railway station to see him off. He expressed great concern about Bipin Babu's health. So Chunnilal was the one who had dropped Bipin to the railway station when he was going to Ranchi. And he was very concerned about Bipin's health. Bipin Babu said that it must be the hard work. He told Chunnilal that he would consult a specialist. So Bipin thought that because he has been working a lot in the office, maybe that's why he is having this problem. So he told Chunnilal that he is going to go to a doctor, a specialist, so that he finds a solution to it. Bipin Babu went to Dr. Paresh Chandra and put his problem before him. The doctor was puzzled. So now Bipin visits a doctor. The name of the doctor is Paresh Chandra, and he tells him about his problem. Now the doctor is confused. He told him that his was an unusual case. He remembered everything except his trip to Ranchi. Now the doctor said that his case was a different one because people usually don't remember a lot of things, but he remembers everything from his childhood till the present day. But the only thing that this one does not remember, Bipin, is his trip to Ranchi. Yet Bipin was somehow convinced of having been there because of the incidents that had taken place in the story. So the doctor suggested that he should go to Ranchi now. The sight of the place might remind him of the trip. So the doctor told Bipin that he should go to Ranchi because maybe the view of Ranchi might remind him of the trip. Acting upon his doctor's advice, Bipin Babu went to Ranchi. At the railway station of Ranchi itself, he felt certain of one thing. It was that he had never been there before. He went round the city and had the same feeling. So now, Bipin had thought that he would listen to what the doctor said and he planned a trip to Ranchi. So he went to the station, he reached that place, and one thing he was sure of was that he had never travelled and he had never visited this place before. He decided to try a trip to Hudru also. So he went there. At 5 o'clock the same afternoon, two Gujarati gentlemen found him. He was lying unconscious beside a boulder in Hudru. On regaining consciousness, his first words were, "I am finished, there's no hope left." So he went to Hudru also, but over there also he could not remember anything and he had fainted over there. So two men over there, two Gujarati gentlemen found him, and when Bipin woke up from his unconsciousness, the first thing he said was, "I am finished, there is no hope left." He had given up all the hope. He was very confused and he did not know what to do. Next morning he was back in Kolkata. He was a shattered man. He wondered if he was going to end up in an asylum. He rang up Dr. Chandra and asked him to come over. That day he went to bed with an ice bag clamped on his head. So Bipin Babu had come back to Kolkata and he was disturbed a lot. He thought that he is going mad, he is going crazy, and he would be sent to a mental asylum. So he rang the doctor up and he asked the doctor to come home. That night he was so frustrated that he had taken an ice bag and kept it on his head. Then he received an envelope. He went through the letter at once. It was from Chunnilal. In his letter, Chunnilal had first expressed his bitterness for getting no help for Bipin Babu. Then he frankly told Bipin Babu that his memory was alright. It was his plan in retribution against his unfeeling behavior. Then he told Bipin Chaudhary how he had played a practical joke upon him. So that day he had received an envelope from Chunnilal, and in the letter it was written that Chunnilal was apologizing because he could not help Bipin, but he also said that nothing is wrong with Bipin's memory. It was just a prank that was being played on Bipin by his friends. And this prank was played with the help of Mr. Ghosh and Dinesh Mukherjee. Now it was clear to Bipin Babu that he had not really lost his memory. He was not crazy, he was not mad, he did not have to go to the mental asylum. It was just his friends having fun with him. When Dr. Chandra came, Bipin Babu told a lie. He said that he had remembered everything on reaching Ranchi railway station. So when the doctor had come, Bipin did not tell the truth to him about the pranks. He told the doctor that he remembered everything after visiting Ranchi. It was a lie. He said that he had called him for a painkiller. He had the pain in the hip due to the fall in Ranchi. And further he lied and he told that he had a pain in his hips, so he wanted medicine for it. So this is how the story ended. Finally, Bipin was at peace because he was relieved by the fact that there was no memory loss, nothing had actually happened to him. It was just his friends playing around. So this is basically a humorous story. Please read everything once again, and if there is anything you don't understand, you'll ask me. So that's it for the video and the chapter. I hope everything is clear to you now. It was just a prank by his friends and I've taught you everything in a very simple manner. I hope you've all understood. Thank you so much for your patience, all of you.